Hi, and welcome to Fall Asleep with Henrik. I am Henrik, and you're sleepy, and it is what it is. What happens, happens. And right now, there's nothing we can do. So let's go. Hi, sleepy. Hi, and welcome back to my humble abode. So this is a sleeping podcast. In case you're new here, it's not meant for you to listen to in an active way. I can't promise that I'm going to be interesting. Rather, I probably won't. I will talk about myself, and my own mind will find its own way like water through cobblestones. So I am Henrik. I am a 50-year-old actor from Sweden that apparently doesn't have anything better to do than recline in my sofa in my living room, speaking until you fall asleep. So I haven't pre-written anything. I haven't prepared. It's a sunny day. I just had dinner, falafel, and hummus, which I'm kind of fond of. What kind of dishes do you return to? What are your return to dishes? For me, it's, well, okay, so this is awkward, but I frequently eat like macaroni and tuna fish and like pre-made pesto right out of the can. I know this sounds gross, and it probably is, but I find this dish awkwardly delicious. I just cook the macaroni and then I put the tuna from the can and the pesto from the can and salt and pepper and maybe a little cheese, and then I just stir it and mash it all together. I do this on days when I'm depressed and are seeking comfort. I don't know if it's the gooiness of it all that appeals to me while depressed. When I'm depressed, I seek out gooey dishes to indulge myself in their gooiness. Otherwise, soup is a good thing. I don't eat soup enough, like really thick manifests of soup. I like a soup that you could lift up and carry around like a bag or a piece of wood. Just place it anywhere and just eat it wherever you want. I have this memory from when I was in college, and my friend, his parents had prepared dinner for me and him and the rest of the family, and I was there. I was going to stay the night, I think. And I was deeply in love with his sister, but he didn't know that, and she didn't know that, and I were the only one who knew that, and she never got to know it either. Nobody did, but I was really in love with her, so that's mainly the reason why I stayed at his place. Anyway, so we were there eating dinner, and the dinner was soup. And it was this very thin, watery vegetable-based soup that really didn't taste, well, anything really. Maybe a few of the vegetables gave sort of a crunchiness to it, but it was really just, if I'm going to be mean, I would say, well, it was just water with vegetables in it. And it was awful, but I didn't want to say anything because, well, polite and all. And the fact that I was in love with a member of the family. So that's one of the main rules when visiting someone's house. If you're in love with a member of the family, you shouldn't criticize the food that is being prepared for you. So I don't know how it is wherever you come from in the world, but in my universe, criticizing the food of someone's parents is a big no-no when it comes to romance. But I love you. Yeah, that's all good. But you criticize my mom's vegetable soup, and I tend to draw the line around there somewhere. Anyway, so I ate it silently, and everyone was silent as far as I can remember. And then, since the soup was like almost all water and badly cooked vegetables, I developed this stomach ache afterwards. I got gassy, to be blunt. And I can be blunt because this is my podcast, and so far no one has ever heard a single word of this episode. It's all me, so I could very well just edit this segment out if I find it too grotesque. But no, I got gassy. And that's another rule when it comes to romance. Farting is almost never an aphrodisiac. And, well, I guess there could be situations when this is a good thing. Farting is a very romantic gesture or whatever, but I have never been in that type of situation. So I'm gonna go with the unromantic shelf for this thing. Anyway, so I had to, because my friend and his sister's room were adjacent to each other. So I had to frequently I need to go down and pick up something from downstairs or whatever. And down there was their parents, and they of course couldn't, they couldn't hear the farting either. That would have been frowned upon. What is this guy doing, coming down every 5 minutes, just letting it rip in the living room? That's generally frowned upon by all kinds of parents. Anyway, so I did that for a while, and then the gas took off, literally, and left me. And with the hunger that was devouring me, because the soup didn't really cut it as far as a sense of fullness went. So I was going to stay the night, and they had a dog. It was like a bird hunting kind of dog, not very big, but not very small either. And he had this odor coming from his mouth that was sort of almost like my farts in intensity and odor. And the dog had, of course, during the day, felt my small internal